So I guess we'll actually present since we're doing this and we just won't pose like a bunch of idiots. We are on to round 2. There's just going to be 2 heats in round 2. The winner of each heat will advance. The top 3 from each heat will advance to the final. Bottom 3 are not eliminated. The bottom 3 will move on to the Conti final for both Street Luge and Stand-Up Pro. Skateboard Pro, I'm terribly sorry. So everybody that's on track now is going to advance on, whether it's advancing to the final or advancing to the semi. We are not having anybody else on track. We're going to start with Street Luge, 2 heats of those, straight to 2 heats of the Pro. They're immediately going to jump back on the truck because no one's eliminated. And then we're off to the actual finals, which I'm stoked for because I'm wearing my racing pineapples. I got my finals hat on. I'm dressed and ready. Let's hurry up and get this underway, guys.
So what you're trying to tell me is we get to see more awesome racing.
More awesome racing to come. At least 2 from each category today. And then next round up,
very cool.
Conti final for Street Luge, followed by the final for Street Luge in round 3. And then the Conti final for stand-up skateboard. And then the final.
I don't know if I'm more excited than those guys are to watch them go down the hill or to just sit here and commentate.
You know, I am absolutely more excited to be sitting here commentating and watching them than I am to be on the hill and racing. It is a hard, long weekend of 3 days, 100-plus degree heat, staying in that racer's mindset where these are your friends. You want to do a good job on your own, but you want them to do good too, but they kind of want you to do bad. After the 3 days are over, the party's more epic every time because you're finally on your own. You finally have a chance to relax and just hang out with your friends, your downhill family. But I got to tell you, it has been a great time and an honor to be here next to you, getting to announce for these guys and just take a spectator role for once.
No joke. Here I am with you, my friend David. This is great.
Absolutely.
Couldn't ask for anything more.
What would you say is the first time we actually raced each other or raced at the same race?
It's been a while.
I can't remember if it was an old Benelli or maybe Top Challenge 2004.
Yeah, well, you were street luging. I was only skateboarding at the time.
Right, but I remember you were there.
I think you and I raced each other for the first time in Ohio.
Probably Ohio on a street luge. That was absolutely the first time we raced.
Right.
If it wasn't Benelli, I believe the first time we were actually at the same event together was Top Challenge 2004, which is in downtown Montreal. An absolutely amazing event. Similar to this, they had bands, they had after parties, concert, we had jumbotrons. Except it was in the middle of Montreal, and there must have been 10,000 spectators throughout the course of the weekend.
Definitely one of my favorite events for sure.
Absolutely. I remember there was an epic photo from you coming around the last corner, one hand on the rail, one arm out. I think it was a stormtrooper aero helmet.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely epic. I was in college at the time for graphic design, and I got the picture from somebody else. Didn't tell them I stole it. Edited up, made it a little bit lighter. I remember sending it to you. So.
That was Gary Hardwick's helmet.
Yeah, it's been an absolutely long road, but it's into this where we get to hang out in front of the camera, so I'm stoked.
Me too.
Awesome. I know the truck is almost at the top if it's not already. Once it's up there, we're underway. Oh, there it is. That looks like the corner, the left-hander going downhill that goes up to the top, so we're almost there. These guys know the bracket now. They know the order they're going in. We're starting with the 2 rounds of street luge and then 2 rounds of stand-up. Once these guys are up there, we're going to get underway.
Can't wait. I just want to know, are we going to ride into the danger zone?
I think it's about time for the danger zone.
Perfect.
Gravity racing down the highway to the danger zone. Lana! Danger zone? Little archers.
Don't start singing.
I don't think anyone got it.
It'll be terrible.
Super terrible. There's the man himself, Darius. Oh, look at that fake smile. That is not a real smile. That man is stressed out, but we are almost done.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't want anyone to know how much pressure he's under.
We are down to the 12 best street lugers and the 12 best downhill skateboarders here at Maryhill, just waiting to see who can make it to the final to be the top 6 best.
Can we push the podium party at Econi and emphasize that?
Is that where the podium's going to be?
Yeah, podium and a concert tonight.
Tell us all about it.
Where? At Econi Park, where we were last night.
Oh.
Just describe what happened last night, except we have the...
And that's where all the awards are going to be given? What time?
As soon as we get the generator out of here, we're back up.
Just say like 9?
7:30.
7:30? You got balls on you. We got it. All right, guys, Darius just informed us. If you didn't know, if you were wondering where the podium here is at Maryhill, it is not here at Maryhill.
Definitely not here in Maryhill. It's going to be at the park.
Cone Park in Goldendale, Washington, where the whole music side of this music and gravity sports festival is going to take place.
So if you're the best announcer, you should show up when?
I don't even know if we're going to have to announce at that point. I don't know if we have any more left in us after that. But everyone that wants to come out for the music, the second this event is done, we're going to grab all the generators. We're going to rush back to Goldendale, get it all set up for you guys, start getting some music going. We're going to do the full award ceremony there, the full podium for all of the awards from Subsonic Skateboards. So get there at 7:30. We're hoping to get started about 8 o'clock with all the awards. Give these guys their due desserts.
Definitely come there at 7:30. Don't wait till 8.
7:30 is the time. If you wait till 8 and we already did your award, you're kind of
blowing it.
Yeah, you're blowing it. It's going to be a weird looking. I'm going to jump in. I'm going to take your place. I'm going to take it in your honor, like an MTV Music Award where just some random guy you don't even like is grabbing your trophy.
David's already grabbed enough things for 20 people.
I have not stolen, Chris McBride. I have not stolen a bunch of swag. I promise this bag is not full of event swag, but if I have to accept your award for you because you're on time, I might go ahead and throw it in my bag and take it home.
You don't steal it if you admit it, right?
Right, it's not stealing. I'm just letting you know that I've borrowed it permanently from the registration tent.
But we would like to see everybody out there.
Yeah, guys,
the award ceremony.
Please show up at 7:30 at the absolute latest. Let's get this started. We're going to give away all of our awards. Immediately go into the after party.
There's been some awesome bands. There's been some great bands. There's been some bands.
Even the bands, you got to give them credit. They're local bands that wanted to come out. They love that we come out here. The entire town of Goldendale loves that we come out every time. They love the guys in the town. They love talking to us. They want to hear about where all these racers have been all over the world. They want to know who won. They want to know if Zach Madem got his third track record. He did today, so big props to them. We cannot thank those guys enough for letting us come out year after year, kind of take over their town and have probably the biggest party they've ever had in a cone park.
No joke.
All right, I can hear from Curtis
We got
Head.
some clear course.
We are putting them on the line now. You want me to run the Street Luge first? Is that correct? Correct, run the luge.
All right, confirmed as announced. We will be running Street Luge first. There is 2 heats, and the first heat is going to be our top qualifier, Mikel Echegaray Diez. You know, Danny, I don't know what he was doing last run. I think he was just trying to ride with his bros. You don't get a whole lot of time to relax. In a race, you don't have an easy heat all the time. Maybe he thought it was an easier heat, knowing that the top 3 advance instead of just a 4-man heat. He was taking it easy. If he keeps that up, he's not going to pull off a win here.
Well, that's kind of what I was thinking. He was having fun with his bros, like you were saying. I think we're going to see a different Mikel.
Absolutely. Hopefully, because, like I said, if he keeps it up, he can get caught. Lee Danzy is taking the lines as well as Mikel is doing. His arrow is unbelievable, and the guy's been doing it since the 90s and winning X Games in the 90s. He knows what he's doing.
I think Lee Danzy's been doing it since like the 80s.
Yeah, it's probably more accurate representation of the time frame, but if he discounts him because he hasn't seen Lee a lot, he hasn't raced him, if he thinks he might not be on my level, he could be sorely mistaken.
Speaking of the same, we've got them in this heat, as well as Jen, as well as...
Looks like I can see Jen and Sabrina are 2 girls that were first and second in the women's street luge category. So
Jen
mad
and
props
Sabrina
to them.
are in there.
They've
as
already
well as Lee Danzy. There's Mikel.
They've already got their podium spot secured. They're going for a second one, and you know what? I think one of those 2, depending on their style and how they race each other, is going to make it through to the final.
Mikel's doing the best thing, I think. You walk through and give your buddies high fives and make sure everyone gets down to the bottom of the hill safely.
Say high five, man. I'm here to beat you. I'm here to beat you into the ground.
How's the
Please
last
be
run?
safe. I'm rooting for you as well.
Let's see what they're going to do right now.
I'm here and send them. They're off. Lee
And
Danzy,
the big push.
Lee Danzy used to have a great push back in the day, but it has been a while. Mikel and then his friend in the orange, he needs to stop teaching him things because eventually that guy is going to get him. That was a massive push from him. It is almost impossible to outpush Mikel, and that guy was right with him.
Limo's right down in his tuck, going to that righty.
Ooh, and it looks like Sabrina, who has a great tuck, and knows where to pass here after all the runs today. Kind of a little bit farther in the back. It looked like she was 5th back there.
Like I've said, there's a lot of hill left.
All right, that's the Mikel I expect. Down lean, he's turning, but doesn't even look like he's moved. His buddy behind him sat up a little bit wide. Lee Danzy is not having none of that.
No.
You leave a door open on Lee Danzy, he is going to take it. He's not going to hold back. He's not going to air brake and get you at the end.
He's coming in the backbreaker on the outside.
Lee taking second, but maybe losing that position of a very wide turn.
Nope, he got that.
Super easy.
Coming in on spaghetti and the never-ending left.
You know what? Lee's lines are the best street luge lines at this event that I've seen maybe ever.
Kind of dipping his chin into his shoulder, going around those. Here we come into ambulance corner.
Ooh, yeah. Mikel definitely is not letting up. Mikel's got great lines, kind of a weird body position in it. It's working for him, but Lee's got the absolute perfect body position. He's staying tucked the whole way through. He might not have the weight on him. He might not have the equipment set up.
Like I said, we're going to see a different Mikel for this heat.
I think we're seeing it. Lee told us this morning that this is the first time he's run reverse kingpins and thought it was the greatest thing in the world. Mikel actually makes his own trucks. So he's not only used to them, he's used to his specific style that no one else in the world has. That's the difference between Lee's lines, Lee's body position, and why Mikel's still out in front.
Mikel makes his own street luges as well, right?
Makes his own street luges, his own trucks. There's our girls, Jen and Sabrina, that have just been battling each other all day. A little different from the last time. This looks more reminiscent of the girls' street luge final, where Sabrina's letting her go in front, hoping to probably catch her at the end, just like Jen did to her last run down the hill. There he is.
Mikel way out in front.
Almost slick Willie Mikel. Just cruising through. Yeah, this is the Mikel I expect. This is the race Mikel.
Lee,
hold on a second. Mikel's buddy in the orange in third. It looks like those three are going to walk through. I thought the girls were going to take it. I thought one of them was going to advance to the final, but it looks like they're going to be moving on to our consolation
Here comes
final.
Mikel right now, coming into the finish line lefty.
Beautiful turn. As good as that was,
hanging on to that second place position.
Lee kind of robbing second there. Not a lot of the street luge guys are braking coming into this final left-hand corner. Lee does put a foot down just to hold the inside to keep that door from opening up. I think the guy behind him wasn't really expecting it. Kind of jammed him up a little bit. I think he was hoping to go on the inside too, to take that inside line for a last-minute pass. Jammed him up, but they're both moving on to the final.
That was a great heat.
Real quick, we got to cut forward. That looks like Mike Poprosky followed by Ryan Farmer coming through Calzers. This is our second of two heats for street luge. Those two dominantly in first and second. Yeah, we can see him come down behind us. Oh, yeah, there's the cowbells.
Okay, here come the boys.
There's the cowbells.
Spaghetti. Max Caps.
Mike Poprosky a little off his line, but holding on to that heat win.
Mike Poprosky killing it.
Christian Conway taking third and advancing to the finals. Frank Williams, who's been doing great here all weekend, made it down the hill, but unfortunately he'll be in the Consi finals.
So thanks to everyone for hanging out. And thanks to our sponsors, Subsonic, Loaded and Orangutan, Xavier Racing, Ionic Flux, Ronin Trucks, Sector 9, and Street Lounge.
Yeah, those guys did a great thing. They came out here. They really supported everything. Ronin didn't even keep their booth in their booth space for the event. They gave it up just to give the big tent to everyone for a little bit of shade on these 100-degree days. And then Lee Danzy, big fan of Lee. Like I said, he's an old-school guy. He's a guy that I remember watching on TV before I'd even thought about getting into downhill racing. Got third that last time. He's in the final. but he's in the final with Mikel, Mikel's buddy, and Pap Dog. It's going to be a very, very tough run for him.
Yeah, Lee Danzy, I remember him picking me up at a Red Bull race in Seattle. He came and picked me up at the airport. Nice guy.
Yeah, Lee's a great guy. He's giving us a little bit of smack here while we're announcing, but all in good fun. But now it's game time for him. He's up there to race, and he has to realize that as good as he is, the guys here are just as good, if not better, and he's going to have his work cut out for him in this final.
He's in the zone. I think he's going to do very well.
What do you think for the consolation final for Street Luge? We have our girls, Jen and Sabrina, coming in. 1 and 2 in the women's. Look great here. They got a little outmatched on that last run. They were both a little off of their racing style. They're probably getting tired after a long weekend. Do you think one of the two girls has a chance to take the Conti final for Street Luge?
Oh, definitely. Both of them looked very good coming around all the corners. Super awesome lines. Great tucks. I think either one of them could do it.
Absolutely. They're a little bit lacking in the push, but we've seen them start behind the guys and work their way through them multiple times. If they can do that one more time for one more run, I think one of those two is going to be the champion for Conti for Street Luge.
Yeah, they're very good at kind of passing, kind of picking and choosing the right time, where to pass, and coming around. They're looking great.
Absolutely. I think their biggest hangout, their biggest issue with this Conti run for Street Luge is that they have such similar times, such similar styles and riding abilities that if they start dealing with each other too much and it takes them too long to get away from each other to start working on the guys, it might be too late. They might be in Cowsers before they have a chance to really start going after whoever's leading that big pack for the Conti final.
Yeah, and like I said, I think Glendora Mountain Road's very similar to Maryhill. So, I don't know. I think those girls, I think they got it.
I do too, so stay tuned. We'll see how they do. Trucks at the top of the hill. I think we're starting to clear off the course, so hopefully these guys will be on our way soon. Again, we're starting with the Street Luge Conti final, followed by the Street Luge final. All right, guys, it looks like they're staging up on the line. This is our Conti final. Again, keep an eye on the girls. Sabrina and Jen have been battling each other all day, and if they can stay out of each other's way or even help each other down that hill, I think they have a solid shot at coming after these guys. But Brazil is represented there in the yellow and black leathers. São Paulo, Brazil. He's been on it all weekend.
Looks like they're getting down and dirty.
All right, our mic's off. No more listening to the course workers. It is all about the racing. This is the last time these guys will be up at the top of the hill. Frank Williams clapping it up. He's getting stoked. Frank Williams has a much different style than our girls up there. He's got the weight. He doesn't necessarily have the turning or the aerodynamics. We'll see what he does.
He's clapping. He's ready to go.
He's getting psyched up.
Looks like they're about to get ready.
There's Mikel, helmet off, getting some air in his suit, getting ready for his Street Luge final. He's been dominant here at Maryhill, but again, this is the only race that I think in the last 3 or 4 years he's lost to Abdul Mahazdan from Malaysia. Similar riding styles, almost identical setups at this point. Similar body type, size, weight. They take similar lines. He caught him in backbreaker right before Spaghetti, and Mikel was never to catch back up. Let's see if Mikel makes a mistake today or whether he continues his overall general dominance at Maryhill.
Like I was saying earlier, I think Mikel's a different animal.
And they're off. Here we go. Your Conti final for Street Luge.
Frank with the big push.
The big boy with the big push. Maybe getting eked out on the push a little bit by our Brazilian buddy, but he has the inside, so he's going to take it.
We got Jen and Sabrina bringing up the caboose, but at the same time, I think they can catch up.
Absolutely. This has been their MO the entire time. They start from the back. They quickly work their way through the guys, and then they rest on their laurels, their aerodynamics, and their ability to take those super tight inside lines. All right, looks like Big Frank the Tank, still holding on, but getting an absolute ton of pressure.
Going into backbreaker.
Again, on a Street Luge, backbreaker is a backbreaker. You really have to get off that board to get that big, long board with those wider trucks around.
And look at Jen. And Sabrina
Jen quickly catching up to the
here in
pack.
Spaghetti.
If she can bring Sabrina with her, those two are going to be forced to be reckoned with. A little right-hander. They're coming into the straight before ambulance corner. Here's where Frank's going to get caught.
We'll see who's got that fast tuck.
And right there
Frank
is where
got past.
Frank got caught.
Frank's looking over his right shoulder. He's thinking about it.
He's a big guy. He's set up a little bit wide. He has to look over his right shoulder. He needs to know who's going to tuck him on the inside because he needs that entire road to get through. He cannot take the inside lines like some of these guys.
And it looks like Jen is in 4th or 5th.
I think it was that never-ending left. The Brazilian that was in 2nd, pushing Frank, has dropped back down to 4th now. Ooh, in a wide corner, off into the hay. Jen almost collected it up with him.
Hopefully he's all right.
Oh, he looks frustrated more than hurt. Yeah, that's the look of frustration. This is a long way to travel from Sao Paulo, Brazil to Maryhill, Washington, just to knock yourself out. All right, we're going to try to catch back up to our pack here, see who's in the lead still.
Sabrina's in 4th, looking for that top
Frank,
position.
Frank using his weight, still overtaking people in those longer stretches between the repeaters, but that weight's going to be detrimental to him in Cowsers.
Sabrina looking for that on the outside. Here they come into Cowsers.
Big Frank dog holding that inside line. Oh, but it looks like he might have checked up just a little bit. Hopefully he doesn't pinch him off the course. Don't Frank him. All right, they're going to be coming in behind us. Let's turn around and take a look.
Frank's in the lead.
Frank is not in the lead. Frank got
Frank
passed.
is not in the lead.
Ooh, but a big scrub coming in. All right. Sabrina with an epic attempt there at the end to try to take 3rd in the consolation final. Don't think she quite got him, but she did take advantage of her size and her ability to take that corner. Frank, with all of his size and all of his rolling speed, not able to hold it through all the corners and hold on to that first place spot in our consolation final.
Yeah, it was still great to see them all come down. Hopefully everyone's okay.
Great race. Yeah, we know our buddy up there from Brazil. He looked okay. He just looked a little frustrated. Very understandably. You come in with the ability to win, the ability to podium, end up in the consi, end up taking yourself out in the consi. It's a frustrating day.
Yeah, when you got nothing but hay in your leathers, it's a bummer.
No trophies, just hay from the hill.
All right. We got some final street losers up at the top.
Ryan Farmer, there in the red with the white legs. If he wins next week in Vermont, he is the Street Luge World Champion. Sitting next to Lee Danzy, that's been an X Games World
There
Champion.
they go.
Next
Little
to Mikel.
paddle.
Next to Mikel, a multiple-time World Champion. Mikel
Mikel
needs
with a
that
big
paddle.
push. Lee in an early tuck.
Ryan Farmer pulling it all out for the final. An amazing push coming out of him. Not quite getting up there with Mikel, but definitely holding off Pat Dog. As they go through this right-hander, there's a little bit of a left-hander, pretty easy left-hander to take. You get into the, I don't know what we're going to call them. I'll call them the squigglies here. It kind of sets you up. It looks like a turn on the camera. It's really not a turn, just kind of a gentle course correction.
Mikel's got a great tuck, so does Ryan Farmer.
I think Ryan Farmer actually, when he's in a full tuck, gets a little bit lower and a little bit leaner than Mikel. I just don't know if he has the ability to hold his speed through the corners quite like Mikel does. Coming through backbreaker.
Into Spaghetti.
Again, the only
Mikel
time
out in
I've seen Mikel lose was at backbreaker to Abdil. But it looks like he got through that pretty clean.
They're jamming straight apexes. Here comes the never-ending left.
Coming out of Never-Ender, coming on the straightaway before ambulance. It looks like it's still Mikel for the number one
Way
spot.
out in front.
Way out in front, followed by Ryan Farmer, followed by Pat Dog. That's in his draft. We'll see if he tries to make a move and whether he tries to go outside or inside on ambulance corner.
I think Ryan's going to hold it.
No moves there. Mikel just slowly creeping away from everybody. Ryan Farmer in his perfect tuck. But again, Pat Dog, with all the experience on his board and all the experience on his hill today.
And he's right
at his
on him.
heels.
Look, we've got an inside pass, possibly.
And then don't count our buddy in the orange out. That's Mikel's friend. Mikel taught him how to ride. He's not in fourth with the inability to catch them. He's in fourth with full ability to catch third and second place and end up right next to Mikel on the podium. Clearly, the battle is for second, third. Looks like old Poprowski slowed down just a little bit. Let's see if he can start to get back some of the speed in between the repeaters.
There goes Mikel. Here comes Ryan and
About
Pap Dog.
a 4.5 second lead for Mikel already.
Pap Dog's trying to lay down, get a little more arrow.
He's trying. Come on, Pap Dog. You got to get that head down, buddy. Get that head down. Stay in the draft. Fast left-hander setting up for Cowsers. It's going to come down to Cowsers.
Here comes Mikel.
Mikel, like it's absolutely nothing, breezing right through. Has increased that 4-second lead. Ryan Farmer holding second position the entire time. Pap Dog unable to make a pass.
Here comes Mikel right now. Coming into the lefty like it's no biggie.
There it is, not an issue for him. Another Maryhill win for Mikel Echegaray Diez, followed by Ryan Farmer, adding to his massive list of podiums this year.
And Pap Dog
Pap Dog taking a third.
with a podium.
Absolutely, at Maryhill, very notable. Christian
Here
Conway, a
comes
little
Christian
surprising.
and Limo.
Not quite able to hold up with the big guys. Limo, we thought he had him in it, just maybe didn't quite add up, maybe not enough time on the board in recent years to be able to hang with those guys and at the pace that they were going.
Hey, I'll give him some props. He made it to the finals.
Mad props, made it to the finals at Maryhill after such an extended break from the sport. Absolutely.
Dude. And number one, give it up for second time around, Mikel Diez. Here comes Mikel. Mikel came all the way from Spain. Congratulations. Very good, fellas. It's awesome to see you guys up here. Yes. Big hugs. We got Mike Poprowski, we got Ryan Farmer, we got Mikel.
Yeah, man, Mikel repping one of the two guys from Spain, just absolutely dominant all weekend, continuing his dominant streak here at Maryhill.